What up, what up? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, IROSOLOTHAGENIUS, here on the Neutral Zone again. Just checking in with y'all for the week. See what we can talk about today. Shoot. Hopefully we can get in some good conversation and get some good stuff in. Build up a little low something. But all in all, shoot, everything's been everything. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's still grinding. Hope everybody's still making time to own their craft. Because at the end of the day, shoot, I would never advise you to bury your talent. You know what I mean? So this is the Neutral Zone with the IROSOLOTHAGENIUS. Talk about some local artists. Talk about some events and stuff like that are going on. You know, basic stuff. Sports. You know, I dig sports. I dig all that kind of stuff, you know. But hopefully we can get some folks to chime in and interact with me. See what we can do and see if we can get a good show going today. Got a few topics we can talk about. I'm going to switch it up a little bit this week. I'm going to go into the artist events and upcoming things that are, you know, going on for the artists and stuff like that here locally. Little things that I've seen. I'll brief through some of the stuff that I've seen live and on the news feed and stuff like that, you know. Let everybody know what everybody else is doing at this point, or things that they're working on, projects that they're planning to drop and stuff like that. But other than that, man, shoot. Hopefully everybody's good. Hopefully everybody's been up and at it, being busy. They say the busy man lives longer. So y'all know what it is, man. Shoot. I don't know how y'all's week in football was, but I tell you what, my week was pretty good. Giants are doing good, 5-1. Hopefully y'all's teams are doing well. Makes the season worth watching. What's up, Aaron? What you doing, primo? Jesse Solis. What's up, brother? What you got going on? Jesse. But yeah, man, hopefully we can get some stuff going on and bring some more people in. And if not, shoot, we'll sit here and talk about whatever we're going to talk about here. Kicking back and get a little time in, see what everybody's doing. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Them Bills are tough. Kansas City tried to pull it off and couldn't do it. The Bills are tough, man. Mahomes got awesome play, man. Awesome play. It's always worth watching. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna go into some of the stuff we got going on here right now. Let me see. Recently, I picked up on the notion that Club Tequila and Sombrero Music are possibly going to bring the Mexican OT. Man, bring them to Club Tequila. That'd be fire, man, for real. It's good for the movement. It's good for everything, man. And shout out Sombrero and Club Tequila, everything they got going on, man. I mean, that's what we need, headliners, for people to come and buy tickets and we get in front. You know, you can get our local artists and local talents to get in front and do some good stuff, you know, like that's the way to get it done, man. That's the way to get that exposure, you know. So, I mean, if that can be possible, man, whatever we all can do to support that idea or that notion, man, let's all reach out and try to see what we can do, man, you know, as far as even trying to get ourselves booked for that event when it's ready to go, you know what I mean? So, y'all look out for that, man. Club Tequila, Sombrero Music. possibly bringing the Mexican OT, man. That's a good possible right there. I tell you what, oh man, shout out to y'all be on the lookout for Fuego Cruzado. He got a company called Rueda Empire. Really, really dope artist. Dude, really dope producer. I mean, like, this guy is behind the music. This guy does a whole lot of stuff in a major way, man. Like, in a major way. Y'all look out for that, man. Rueda Empire, you can go to Spotify. You can go to all platforms. You can look for him. YouTube, whatever you want to do. It's under Rueda Empire, man. Look that stuff up. That man's making some very, very dope music right now all over the world with artists from all over the world. And he's right here in our backyard. You know what I mean? Like, he's right here in our backyard, yo. Like, so anything that's good for Odessa is good for us, you know? Anything that's good for us is good for Odessa, man. You know, as far as the movement and everything, that's major, man. Y'all tap into that. Y'all tap into that for real. Rueda Empire, man. Y'all look into that. Spotify, all platforms. You can find them anywhere. Really, really dope. Shout out Jay the Drink Leo. Man, he just got some stuff submitted to basically to another step, another part of the game, you know what I mean? Like, he put himself on a platform where his music is now in the pool for being a possibility for motion pictures, commercials, games, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of other possibilities, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things, man, that leads me to talk about the idea that we always got to make sure that we stay up on our game and make sure that we're all making the right moves to do so also, you know what I mean? Like, get your BMI lined up, get all your beats and everything published and done the right way. And when you make beats, if you make beats, man, I could not say enough to be that person that submits something to a commercial or an ad, or be that person that submits your music to big companies on a regular basis, man. Like, that's just something that we all have to start taking the time to do. You know, making the music is one thing. You know, I do it myself. I'm guilty of it myself. Get in there and make music, and, you know, probably got a BMI lined up and stuff like that. But there's a whole lot of other steps that really, really lines us up with success, man. And, you know, we got to make sure that we got all that publishing rights, stuff like that. Somebody say something that's very close or right on top of your bars, and they got to pay for it, man. Like, those are the kind of things that we really got to tap into, make ourselves available, not just for each other here on this local circuit, but make ourselves available to the world, to people who are out there searching for new talent. You know, the possibility, they say, you know, success can be one conversation or one move right around the corner. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, make sure y'all do that, man. Like, I can't stress it enough, man. You know, putting people on game, that's just something that I was born to do, man. Like, if I know something that I think you should know, I'm going to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, make sure all your ducks are in a row when it comes to making music and putting out your beats and putting out all that stuff. You know, like, I know a lot of producers out here, man, that they're really on their game when it comes to the production game. And we got to be that way when it comes to the rapping game, for our words and for our efforts. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't miss up on that. Hey, I'm personally working on that stuff myself. You know, it takes time, I'm sure, you know, because it's going to take some money, but it's all going to be worth it in the end, you know. Shout out Jay the Drink Leo, man, for doing that, man. I tell you what, man, that dope moves right there, for real, for real. And shit, what's good, cuz? What you doing? Shit. Shout out George, man. What's up, primo? Shit, man, just here cooling, hanging out, cooling with y'all for the minute, man. But yeah, yo, and and be on the lookout for that Bruce Wayne by Javi the Prophet, man. Drop that I believe on the 11th. Drop that on the 11th, man, and that right there is fire, man. And that's another thing that I want to say, you know, that Saul Dunn, aka Bars, y'all know Bars, man, with the 3 Z's. So Halloween is fire too. Bars dropped Halloween. And Javi dropped Bruce Wayne recently. They put that out so everybody could see. Bro, y'all gotta check that out. It's called Bruce Wayne by Javi the Prophet and Halloween by Bars. Fire, bro. And it brings me to another thing that I wanted to talk to everyone about when it comes to this music game. Like, it's one of them things, like, these guys are really, really on top of their game when it comes to visual, man. Like, y'all have to take note. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to take away from what they're doing, we always got to make sure to take something good that we learn from what they're doing, man. You know, shout out to those guys. What up, Sal? I see you, fam. Shit. That's what's up, man. West Texas in the house. You know what I mean? Like, this is just something that we all do. This is something that we all have a passion for. And if you can learn something dope from the next guy, like, I'm learning. And this is the reason I'm telling y'all, like, you want to do some good visuals, man, always take the incentive to make sure your shot is set up properly or that your ideas really come out, you know, because we all know that whenever we're spitting bars and whenever we're rapping, we can see the things that we really want to see in the video as it comes. We can literally see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that we know that we already have a vision for it because we said it. So it's got to be that important to us to make sure that we bring out what we saw as we were saying it, you know? So I think you guys do a dope job at that. Shout out Javi, shout out Bars, you know what I mean? Like, every time I watch a video, it's always interesting. I mean, even to the old joints, these cats are in the damn burger joint acting the fool, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, making things work, making things come to life, you know what I'm saying? Scenario is very important, you know, like, it's just take the incentive and make sure that we all have that same passion when it comes to making sure people see what we see when it comes time to making music. You know what I mean? Like, those guys, hey, bro, I think I texted you or I commented on that. And I was like, Saul and Javi should already be directing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're already on the point where their game can switch off into multiple areas of work. You know what I mean? And just like everyone else, from the producers to promoters to, there's so many of us that are good at other things too. You know what I mean? So it's just something that I sit there and think, like, if I had the right bread and those guys finally put a price on it, why wouldn't we all think of the idea of, like, hey, bro, I'm going to shoot you this song. Tell me what kind of vision you get to it and help me bring to life the visuals for this video, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, those types of things are important, man, to get better quality and get more eyes on the whole movement, you know? I mean, shout out to everybody who's doing what they can, dude. Like, I do the same stuff too, like, but I know I won't sit outside and just, you know, try to put something together. I want something to be ready together, plotted out, scan it in your mind and make sure that you're going to put out something that's hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, from the small things to the big things. If you're dropping singles, and you don't got a visual to it, make sure you pay for some artwork. Get some artwork. You know what I'm saying? Make it always presentable so that they say, you know, like, it's like food. If your eye catches, if it catches your eye, you know, you're gonna want it. You know what I mean? You're just hoping that it's as good as it looks. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I just know that everybody's contribution to this game is important, man. And I think all of us putting out quality material all the way around, from sonically to material wise, you know, all that stuff, you know, like, I think that would be very, very major for the game, you know what I mean? Like, but those just little, you know, things like that, game that sometimes I think of and I hope everybody knows, you know what I mean? Like, especially when it comes to the BMI and all the, you know, publishing rights and all that stuff, you know, all those things are very important, man. That's actually, you know, we have to hyphen that, you know, like, make sure that we're all doing that now. But shout out to Javi, shout out to Bars. Black Chop put out his single. I seen it on Facebook the other day. Shout out Black Chop. Y'all go check out Black Chop, man. It's actually produced by Christopher Martin Films. I see you, Chris. What's good, fam? That's produced. Actually, the videographer in that one, you know, is Christopher Martin Films. Has a cameo in it as well and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Block Chop. Y'all go check out that Friends and Enemies. Man, that shit's fire, bro. For real, for real. Like, and there's a bunch of other projects that he already has out there. So once you tap into Friends and Enemies, shit, don't be shy to go check out Block Chop. Block Chop's out there. Block Chop's got some bars. Block Chop can rap. You know what I mean? So pay attention to Block Chop, man. That's a dope one right there. Dope artist locally here in Odessa, Texas, man. So make sure y'all do that, man. On another note, we can't forget, from people doing big things and other things, like we're all trying to make it and everybody's on their level, but we can't forget to represent for Robert Casino, man. For Robert Casino is really, really Odessa native. No matter where he goes, he's throwing up Odessa, Texas. He loves his city, man. He knows, never forgets where he comes from. He's always throwing it up, always doing what he got to do. I watch it, I've seen interviews on him. I've seen a bunch of stuff on him, man. I keep up with a lot of stuff. I prefer to watch underground music anyway. You know what I mean? You hardly catch me doing any of that commercial music and stuff like that, Every now and again, I'll tap in and my kids are listening to something dope and it catches my ear. Like, what are you listening to, Then I'll tap in and see what it is that they got going on. But shout out for Robert Casino, man, for real. For real, for real. That's hometown. He's got a video that he put out the other day that I seen, which is a good way for everybody to tap in and go check out who Ferrari Casino is. That's all West Texas. All these people that I'm talking about at this time, it's all West Texas people, man. Music that you can listen to from artists who are likely to run into you at the store someday, you know what I'm saying? Or around the corner, probably live around the corner from you, you know what I mean? So these are guys that are on a mission, you know what I mean? Guys that are on the come up. So that's a major shout out for them guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Ferrari Casino though got a video called Rock Out. No, it's called 3040 Curry Haslam. And it's Ferrari Casino featuring Rock Out Rocky. I believe that's how you say that. But y'all go check that out, man. For real, for real. Ferrari Casino featuring Rock Out Rocky. The track title is 3040 Curry Haslam. It's fire, man. Y'all go check that out, yo. And no matter what you see from him, you're going to see, that's Odessa. That's us. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, shit, make sure y'all keep up with that. Make sure y'all go and look into it. Johnny, what's up, fam? What's good with you? We also got Big Mike. Big Mike has a track coming up, Payloads. It's a track featuring him and Texas Thule. Y'all look out for Big Mike, man. Big Mike's out here grinding, hustling, hungry for it. And we can't forget, you know what I'm saying? Like, Big Mike's put together a lot of material, and I know he's on deck. He's ready, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, y'all keep a eye out for Big Mike, man. He's got that A King Was Born. No, I'm sorry, correction. A King Was Created by Big Mike on YouTube. Y'all go check that out and look into his other music, man. Y'all go check out and see what he's got going on. The man's got a lot of work ethic, heavy work ethic. He's always at it. He's always doing something. That man will mix on his own. That man will do, he does whatever he's got to do to get this done, man. And I tell you what, Big Mike is still working, steady working. Y'all pay attention, man. Y'all be on the lookout for Big Mike for sure, for sure. I seen another one. Matter of fact, been a while since I heard from Mad Logic. Shout out Mad Logic, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, fam. He's got something that he's barely put another hyphen on. I didn't know they had dropped it, but he re-dropped it the other day, and he seen it the other day. He sent it the other day to the newsfeed, and I was watching, and I seen it, and it's called Count 'Em Up by Mad Logic and featuring Bleezy. Shout out Bleezy, man. Shit, them boys been grinding. Bleezy's from the block. Bleezy's been around for a minute. Bleezy's been, my bad, let me put that on. Do not disturb. My bad, y'all. Shoot. I was supposed to have done that. My bad. I was supposed to put that on a long time ago. But, yeah, man, for sure. Y'all go check out that Count 'Em Up, Mad Logic featuring Bleezy. Those are also local artists, people that are out here grinding and working, trying to make sure they take more steps towards that dream, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be on the lookout for that. I also seen cat. I've never met him before. It's a cat from here from Odessa. Goes by it's Angel Ray is where I seen it. A Facebook account called named Angel Ray, and he posted a song which I believe is himself. I just don't know which artist he is out of these two that are featuring, but I tell you, it's a track called 392 SRT. 392 SRT. What's good, Red? What's good with you, fam? I see you. I see you. But yeah, it's G Dinero featuring 3X 392 SRT. I checked out that track, man. It's local. It's something that I do all the time. I went and checked it out. Y'all go check that out, yo, for sure, for sure. What's up, Jeremy? I see you, fam. But yeah, man, y'all go check that one out. And I can't forget, and I won't forget to make sure, because I already had this on the paper with all the other homework that I had done, and, you know, that I had already pre-wrote. But Westside Vago drops on 10/24/22 by Lil Trip. Man, I'm telling you, last week I spoke up on this one, and I mentioned it on the things in the upcoming stuff and events of the local artist that was coming on. And he got busy, kept going, and started, you know, he kept grinding, and now he's got himself a release date. It's Westside Vago. That's the name of the EP, and it's 10/24/22. It drops on the 24th, man. So y'all be on the lookout for that by Lil Trip. For real, for real. Shout out Lil Trip, man. Keep doing your thing, homie. Let me see. What else we got here? On another note, shoot, Kanye West, man. I've been watching, and it gets to the point. What's up, Joe Lewis? ¿Qué onda, mijo? Hell yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a good minute, brother, man. I hope everybody is well, man. For real, for real. I hope the family is well, bro. For real, for real. What up, Black Chop? What's good with your fam? Hell yeah. I did some mentions on you. I seen you had dropped that Friends and Enemies the other day, fam, and that's fire, bro. That's fire. And I'm just making sure everybody goes and taps into Black Chop. Hey, and don't forget, Society Blends. My man's works up there. My man's a dope barber. My man grinded his way to be where he's at today. And I'm going to tell you what, y'all make sure y'all tap in. Y'all need a fade. Y'all need that stuff going. You know what I'm saying? You need that good look going on that Friday night, that Saturday, whatever it is that you're going to do. Y'all go to Society Blends, man. Hit up Black Chop, man. He's in that motherfucking fading boys up all day long. Fire haircuts, fire service. Y'all know what it is, man. Shoot. ¿Qué onda, Manuel? Saludos, carnal, saludos. Hell yeah. Me saluda a todos, eh. El Efraín no se ha visto. Man, it's all good, fam. Life is life, Black Chop. Shoot, life is life, homie. Man, I already know ain't no slacking. You just grinding on another grind. I see you, though. But I already know, fam. Shoot. At the end of the day, all we need is notoriety and shit. We're going to get there, fam. All these artists that I'm talking about, all these artists that I'm mentioning, it's West Texas. It's homegrown. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's going on over here. You know what I mean? People you can run into on a regular day. You know what I'm saying? So, for real, you know, I'm just trying to plug y'all into some music, new stuff that y'all can listen to. If y'all are anything like me and y'all love music like I do, I'm going to tap in and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, but for real, man, y'all do what y'all do. Keep grinding, keep grinding. Shit, what's up, Ray? I ain't seen you in a minute, brother, man. Been a minute, it's been a minute. Hell yeah. Fabian, what's up, cuz? What you doing, huh? Shit, that's what's up, man. But yeah, for sure, man. At the end of the day, man, I'm just trying to do what I do, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure everybody gets a little bit of the limelight. Everybody deserves it. Everybody's grinding, everybody's working. What's up, Fuego? I see you, my guy. I mentioned you earlier, man. You might need to tap in later on and see what it is, but Fuego Cruzado, man, y'all check that out, man. For sure, for sure. Dude, Rueda Empire, I mentioned it earlier. This is the man himself. Man, big ups to everything that you're doing, Canal. Your whole movement, all your blessings are coming in. You deserve them. You've been working. I seen you've been grinding for this for a long time, and bro, I'm very, very happy, very, very happy for what you got going on for real, my guy. For real, for real. Que Diosito los cuide, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y que le siga dando en abundancia, eh. Pero, neta, neta, badass, badass. Y'all go check out Fuego Cruzado, man. Well, under Rueda Empire on all platforms. Go check him out, man. He's on Instagram. He's on everything. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all make sure y'all do that, man. For sure, for sure. But, yeah, I was talking about the Kanye West situation, man. I started sitting there, and the man is being sued for $250 million, $250 million. Man, over something he said about the George Floyd situation. I mean, everyone knows that that's a sensitive topic, man. At the end of the day, that man lost his life, and he shouldn't have. It didn't take 15 people or 5 men or 4 men to arrest one guy. And if you do it with 4 or 3, you got more than enough manpower to subdue one person. I've never understood why 4 cops are yet and do not resist, do not resist. But, that's another conversation. That's a whole nother topic. I've never understood it. I guess we'll all always be at odds about what's right and what's wrong in that situation. But, from my perspective, the man shouldn't have lost his life, period. So I was touching up on that because of the Kanye West situation. Kanye West spoke on that, said some stuff, accused him of being on fentanyl when he died, and that, no matter what it is that's going on, I mean, at the end of the day, Kanye, you got to understand that he said the other day on Drink Champs, when I was watching it, he said, I'm the new Michael Jackson. He's the new richest black man in the world. You know what I mean? So he's I'm taking it like he's giving a hint that they're likely out to get him. You know what I mean? And he's doing a lot of stuff. I think he's parading around, pissing off everybody else, because the people who go against it are the people who don't turn out fine. You know what I mean? I think the load's getting heavy on that man. Being a celebrity of that caliber is not, it's not easy, I suppose. You know what I mean? So we also got to look into the fact that probably got a lot on his mind, got a lot of stuff going on. But I will say, speaking on that situation with him and the Kardashian family, man, like, to me, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make him the villain so that he has no rights, but I like the way he defends himself, though. Those are the things that start to make you think, like, he is not off at all. He's all the way on point, but he's putting on a role. He's putting on another personification so that people will start to kind of understand it. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to make sure that he taps into all of it, because he speaks often about the idea that they're trying to victimize themselves, and they're trying to make it seem that he's always the blame. He's always the blame, whenever he's really the type of person who understands the manipulation that's going to come from that side. Like, they're going to try to keep him out. I could see right through it. They're going to make you the bad guy. They're going to make you the villain every time. But, I mean, someone with money like Kanye, it's not going to be simple either. And I think that's really why they're doing so much, because they're afraid of his power, really. They're afraid of his money power. The man can win in court no matter what you accuse him of. But at the end of the day, he said some stuff, wore the White Lives Matter shirt, stuff like that. That's, especially, I say your people, I include myself, because at the end of the day, we are all a part of this culture. We are a part of this nation. You know what I mean? Like, those are things that whenever we have to understand that whenever the restroom said no cutters allowed, it included us, you know? It's just something that if people can start thinking that way more often, everything would be everything, man. But at the same time, now he's in a situation, $250 million. Really? That's what they're going to try to charge you for saying that? And I understand that another conversation comes out of it, which is, well, we have the freedom of speech. We have this, you know, we have our rights. You know what I mean? But when you're that successful and when you're that rich, you don't anymore. I'm sorry to say, but you don't anymore. You can't speak up on certain things anymore. Certain things are just left to the people who are professionals in that category or whatever category. You know, like, it's just something that I stressed last week. I was trying to tell everybody and get everyone to understand that whether you're on your way up or you're on your way to be successful or you are successful, always make sure that you don't let no one bring out of you the person that you truly can be, because you know you shouldn't do it at that moment. You know what I mean? Always make sure that you cover and you cover yourself, because at the end of the day, no one's going to take care of you the way you take care of you. And sometimes some things are better left unsaid. And I understand that he's got a following. He's got a big following, man. You know what I mean? Like, the man's got really, really major following, and they're afraid of that. We can't sit there and act like we don't know that our government is afraid of the fact that if Kanye West decided to run for president, he'd already have millions of votes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be naive to that. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to try to destroy this man, no matter what he says, no matter what he does. But it only seems like everyone's always jumping on Kanye because he has such a mass following. When you got a following like Kanye West, it does feel like the whole world is against you. The dude's global, man. You know what I mean? The dude's global. People are chiming in from all over the world. All over the world chiming in on what's wrong with Kanye and this and that. But I do think that sometimes he oversteps his boundaries on what he should be doing for his own culture and for his own nation. You know what I mean? Like, I think he should be putting on in a more positive way, in a more positive manner, instead of trying to go out there and be boisterous and be flagrant with the things that he says. Just like everyone else, we got to be on our P's and Q's. I would hope that at some day it doesn't get him into a situation where people will sue you until you're broke, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will sue you until you're broke. And I think that that's one of the things that they're aiming for, to push him, make him say stuff he shouldn't say, make him do things he shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a problem, man. You know what I mean? Like, but now, at the end of the day, y'all just got to make sure to be careful. Do what y'all got to do to be successful. I read something along the lines that said, ability can make everything possible and put you in the position you want to be in, but only character can keep you there. You know what I mean? Only character can keep you there. And that's real. Like, I never understood it so clearly. I myself know that it's like a young football athlete. A young football athlete doesn't just come into the NFL without proving that he is that class act, that he does have that etiquette to be amongst the elite. You know what I mean? That doesn't come without all of that being investigated and being learned about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff is a part of the game. They want to see that you can maintain and keep your composure at all times and make sure that you always do the right thing. Since these guys growing up, they start to see, oh, look, he's a good prospect, but let's see how he treats people. That's part of the game. Those guys in the NFL, they know what it's like to be up there on the level where you're rubbing elbows with the elite. You always say the right thing. You know what fork is what fork and what knife is what knife. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the kind of things that are very important and a lot of people miss out on. You know what I'm saying? It's the character of us that is going to keep us and determines how long we're relevant. You know what I mean? Like, I just, I just know that I would do my best and I would always make sure to represent hip hop in a classy fashion. You know what I'm saying? With class. Because at the end of the day, it's a sport that I love and it's a sport that I really, really aim for. You know, I just want to be successful in some sort of way. Maybe executive producer, maybe just a record label owner, maybe just an engineer. You know, like, I don't know, but I just want to be involved, and it's something that I think that all of us should take into account when we see stuff like what Kanye's going through and stuff, man. Like, and other artists, a lot of other artists go through a lot of stuff. The Britney Spears thing. Britney Spears went through a lot because of the idea that her parents really, all in all, they just wanted control of the money, man. And it's mind-boggling to see that your own family would give you something to make you start to seem off and make you start to seem like you're really losing your marbles or something. You know what I mean? Like, and then by the time you know it, they lock you up. They put you in a situation where they have to have paperwork. They have to have power of attorney so that you can make decisions with your money and do things like that. You know what I mean? Like, Hollywood's ugly, man. I will say one thing, that if it's going to be that ugly, I just want my success on the ground level. Let me sit here and do what I do, whether it be a podcast, whether it be anything, you know what I mean, that I could feel successful with, pay my bills and take care of my family in a successful manner. I'm fine with it. But all the things that go on in Hollywood, man, you start to think like, I don't know. I don't think I want no part of that. You know what I mean? Like, Britney Spears went through a whole lot of stuff. I personally think, this is my personal opinion, that it was inflicted on her by her own family, her husband, you know what I mean, the people around her, in order to keep possession of the money, which is why they fought her so hard. I was happy when she got it all back. And look, she ain't showed out yet. You know, everyone's gonna drink or do something. We're all adults. What the hell is it our problem if she's out now having a good time, doing whatever she wants to do? As long as we don't see that she's out there trying to hurt herself or do something ridiculous like that, then you start to see that she was okay this whole time. The only reason she wasn't okay is because they assured that she wasn't okay. You know what I mean? Like, those are the kind of things that make you wonder, you know, like, those are my opinions on those kind of things, man. Like, Britney was very successful. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money, man. Like, if you look up on that, there's a whole, like, documentary or a series about it where they start to fill you in on all that stuff and start to tell you about how those things came about, and you do start to put it together. Like, they really did this to her. You know what I mean? Like, really crazy, man. But nah, all in all, shoot, I was just getting on today, making sure to holler at y'all, see what everybody's doing, get some topics in, you know, talk about a little something, see what we got going. I know everybody watched their sports this past weekend. Shoot, a lot of good games, a lot of good stuff. Bro, them Eagles are tough. Them Eagles are tough. My boy Booby Miles, big bro, really has established some sort of a relationship with Jalen Hurts. So, you know, Jalen Hurts is somebody who, he came to the Eagles, and right now 6-0. I mean, like, it's something that is mind-boggling, because the last time that happened, you know, that was the McNabb days, the Michael Vick days, you know, like, but for some reason, a mobile quarterback is always a major, major factor in Philly. But don't get me wrong, that guy can throw. You know, that guy can throw. He's accurate. He got everything down, you know, like, Eagles are coming out really, really strong right now, man. Really, really strong. But I watch the season a lot, and I start to see that you'll get them weeks where the most losingest team beats the most winningest team. Like, I've never understood it. I still don't get it sometimes because, like they say, every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. But as for right now, yeah, Hurts and them are playing some good football right now. And that's 7 games, going on 7 games into the season. They've been playing really good ball, man. Um, Bills, Kansas City went at it. Good game. I really thought Mahomes was going to pull it off. But Josh Allen is a monster, so that's always a toss-up. When you see that on there, it's just always dope to tune into that kind of game because, when those two go head-to-head, it's going to be a good game, man. From what I hear, Tua is supposed to be coming back soon. Miami. I sure hope the man comes back ready to play, willing to play. Dude can throw. Dude's accurate. That man's got everything going. Whenever he's behind the line at Miami, I'm trying to say, bro, I won't stress this enough. Miami is going to be fire if Tua gets back behind there and can perform and really, really step up to the level that he was playing on again. Like, I'd love to see him not miss a beat. Like, that'd be fire. But I really do think that, man, I think the man's a bit shook up, and hell, I would be too. It was ugly. I finally got to look at the footage. Excuse me. I finally got to look at the footage, man, and yeah, it was bad. But they say that 3 is the max now. I didn't know, I didn't realize that they had already set that limitation. So 1 more for him, man, and that's why I say, like, just the injury alone is enough to understand that the man's livelihood is at stake, man. That was already bad, but he's already had 2 this year. And if the 3rd one happens, man, they're going to have to assure that the man does not hurt himself any further, man. And sure, we just all got to hope that he gets to come back and play successfully and really recover from all of that, man. Shoot. Last week I was talking about the Chargers quarterback, Josh Herbert, when he played Kansas City in week 2. Josh Herbert is his name. That dude is fire. And I watched him play this past week. The man can play. The man can really, really play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really dig what he does on the field. I really dig what he's got going on for the Chargers. You know what I mean? The Chargers are really, really stepping up and playing some ball. Sony Michel can run. You know what I mean? Like, that dude used to play for the Patriots. Played for the Patriots for a good while. And, I mean, everybody that's on that team can play ball. And I think that if the Chargers keep up their momentum and the way they're playing ball, I mean, you can go to the Super Bowl with 4 losses on your record. You can go with probably a few more than that. 6, 5, you know what I mean? But it's just something that if they keep up and keep going the way they're going, I think they'll be pretty dominant, man. They'll be a factor in the end. I also watched how Russell Wilson performed. Bro, he performed fire. He was like, what, 10 for 10 in the first quarter? The first quarter through 10, completed 10. Going, I personally think that for Russell Wilson, it's become a situation where he's under the spotlight so much because of the whole situation with the Ciara and Future thing. It all ties back to hip-hop too, at this point. But I think that there's a lot on his mind, man. I think he's really distracted about what he's wanting to do now, I guess, man, because at this point, I know that a player like Russell Wilson is absolute fire when he's 100% in the game, 10 for 10, first quarter. I can't remember exactly what the stats were all the way to the end, but from what I saw, the performance it shows potential. It shows the fact that Russell Wilson can play on that level still. It just has to be through the entire game. You know, if he can still play through the entire game at that level, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Denver could do well. I mean, but that would mean he would have to step up next week and never ease up. You know, most teams now, that's where it's getting at in the season. Now it's getting to the point to where we're going on 7 games in. You can't lose from here on out. You can't lose from here on out. You got to be able to perform. You got to be able to start scoring at will. You got to be able to defend at will. Make special teams efforts count. All those kind of things, from the punting to the receiving to the guys on the line trying to block that ball. You know, everything is going to come into a major factor now. And I know at some point all teams have to get to that level, and you'll start to see which ones are not owning their skills and making their wrongs right throughout every week. You know, there's going to be some teams that you see come in that are still doing the same mistakes, still making the same mistakes, still playing the same kind of ball. And this is where they're going to start separating who goes and who stays. You know what I mean? Like things like that. But yeah, man, all in all, shoot, I was just trying to come in and chime in with you guys, let everybody know on the events that are going on also locally here, you know. So basically, next week, if I do go next week, I'm going to try to make sure to put a little time in between this one, because I'm going to do a little more research and make it a little more interesting. And I got some stuff that I got to learn, like as far as how to run video equipment and stuff like that, so I can make pop-ups and stuff on the screen. And, you know, shout out all kinds of whoever wants to give me a virtual business card that I can pop up on the screen. Look, this is this business, this is that business. Y'all go check this out. I can do all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to get into all that. Shout out Smokes from Smokes World. Smokes came through and contacted me and put me on some game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the kind of things that are much appreciated, man. Like, shoot, at the end of the day, I can learn from you, you can learn from me, and that's what it's all about, man. Like, the man offered to help me install and do whatever I need to do, and shit, that's love, man. Like, at the end of the day, I appreciate all that stuff. I'm somebody who, hey, if you give me a hand-me-down jacket or something, I'm gonna wear it. I'm not gonna put it away like I'm not no charity case or whatnot. Shit, I'll wear it. If you don't want it and you give it to me and it fits me, don't be surprised if you see me wearing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just who I am. That's just what I do. And I do appreciate anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when it comes out in a genuine situation like that. Like, he see me mention what I was telling y'all, and he put me on game. And that's big, man. Like, that's big, you know. So I'm going to be looking into that kind of stuff and making sure that I can tap in with those things and let you guys see a little bit more action going on and stuff like that. And I'll be tapping in with other people like Joe Hawkins. How you doing, fam? It's good to see you, man. Shoot, hope everybody's well. Joe Hawkins, man, West Texas representing in the bodybuilding over there. I see you, fam. I see you making all the right cuts and making all the right moves. But yeah, man, like, those are the kind of things that we all also got to be aware to be hip on. Like, I finally went down to that Curbside Bistro. Shoot, that's West Texas, man, putting on. That dude went to go have a battle with Bobby Flay. I know it's kind of old news to most of us, but to the people who didn't know, you know, there's a lot of good shit happening, or good things happening out here in West Texas, man. There's a lot of things that can possibly put us on the map in many ways, you know. The whole bodybuilding thing, man, like, shit. That Pollo, I hope everything goes well for you, brother, man. I hope you keep climbing them ranks. I hope you keep doing everything you got to do. Shit, man. And at the end of the day, that's West Texas, born and bred. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's all about, man. Like, finally the world will get to see how serious people can get whenever they do bodybuilding and do all that. I seen you jumped in it and started winning medals and started getting everything. Shoot, keep grinding, homie. Keep grinding. Te doy mi apoyo at all times, brother. Blessings, to you and your family. Should make sure that no matter what, don't ease up on them. Don't ease up on them. Keep up the good work, bro. Keep up the good work for real. Shit, man. Basically, I'm gonna end up coming to a wrap. It was dope hanging out with you guys for a minute, man, for sure. It's already been almost an hour. I'm over here rambling away, but I enjoy kicking back with you guys, talking sports, talking all this, music and whatnot, my opinions on certain things. And like I was saying, I'll be bringing in other people. I'll be bringing in other people to tap in with us and make the show more interesting. Once I start learning all this video stuff, I'm going to try to get into that for the next week, see what I can do and line up to make it a little more interesting, a little more, informational, things like that. You know what I mean? So I'll have people come in, tap in. I'll tap in with them the week before and let them know that we're all supposed to be on the live feed, so I can tap in and bring them on screen and speak with them, and we'll speak about certain topics and certain things. And but all in all, man, I just wanted to tap in with you guys, see what's up, fill y'all in on what's going on with everybody locally. So y'all make sure y'all look out for all the local artists that I mentioned today, man. Go tap into those guys. That's West Texas, representing West Texas. Whether you're putting on for the city as a cook, as a barber, as a videographer, as a producer, as an artist, all of that, man, I'm willing to help put people on, let people know about your movement, all that. So y'all don't be afraid to tap in with me via messenger, send me anything. You got your food truck going, I'll start bringing that in with the more informational segment with local businesses and stuff like that. Later on we'll get to the point to where we'll have everything functioning and flowing the way it should. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, shoot, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, aim high, dream big. Y'all know what it is, man. IROSOLO the Genius signing out. The Neutral Zone. Don't forget, I'm gonna be back. Probably not next week, week after next, but we're gonna try to line up a little bit better, get aligned with all the good stuff and all the people, all the right people to come on and have our good topics and have the things that we're going to talk about, and we'll get that stuff going. So shout out everybody. Much love to everybody. Y'all have a good night. Shit, my love and respect, IROSOLO the Genius. This is the Neutral Zone. Peace.